Most welcome to Really Easy. A very different and very interesting topic is there in the syllabus of my icse student friends. Topographical maps. We will study that topic with my friends of icse board. Today, my first video about this matter, and me, your friend Mo. Before we begin, those who are studying from class 1 to 12, send us your question of any topic, any subject except commerce. We will try our best to discuss those in our upcoming videos. I think you know, friend, the earth is spherical and its surface is irregular. But do you know, friend, this has always been a challenge for cartographers? The surface of the earth is made up of high mountains, low-lying areas, and various landforms between these extremes. Various techniques are also used, such as layer coloring, spot heights, hachure, hill shading, and contours to show such three-dimensional features on a two-dimensional map. Of all the techniques used to show elevation, actually, the use of contour lines is the most accurate method and perhaps most difficult to understand. Maps that use contour lines to show elevation are called topographical maps. Clear, friend? Friend, you must have a question. What is the importance of this type of maps? Friend, a topographical map, commonly known as a topo map or a Topo-Sheet, is a very detailed, large-scale map. You know now, friend, what is map? While most maps show only the two horizontal dimensions, often, map users used the third dimension of elevation to be shown on maps. Maps that show the elevation of the land are called topographical maps. Friend, although many techniques are used to show elevations, the most accurate method is through the use of contour lines. Clear, friend? My dear little friend, if you have any doubts or need more explanation on this topic, feel free to comment down below. Now, understanding topographical maps. The ability to understand topographical maps depends on the reader's ability to form mental pictures of the ground based on the information provided by the map. In this context, I want to inform you, friend, I have an art channel all about art. If you are interested in different types of music, drawing and drawing style, cave painting, portrait, etc., please visit my channel and stay with me. Press the notification bell to show your support. Information is provided in a topographical map through the use of scale, contour lines, grid reference, color, and symbol. My dear little friend, what is scale? Scale is the ratio between a distance measured on a map and the corresponding distance on the earth. A large-scale map shows a smaller area on the ground in greater details. A small-scale map shows a large area on the ground with less details. My dear little friend, in this context, it is very important to know the relationship between scales and areas. Map area increases as scale decreases. Follow the screen, please. A, B, and C have same dimension but represent scales of 1 to 20,000, 1 to 10,000, and 1 to 5,000 respectively. My dear little friend, if you get any value from this video, consider liking it. Okay, and please subscribe to the channel to show your support. Map B is on twice the scale of map A but shows a ground area only 1/4 as great. Map C is on 4 times as large a scale as Map A, yet it covers a ground area only 1/16th as much. Thus, the ground area that is represented by a map of given dimensions varies inversely with the square of the change in scale. Example, if the scale is reduced to 1/3 its original value, the area that can be shown on a map of fixed dimensions increases to 9 times the original value. Clear? Friends, map scales are represented in 3 forms: a statement, a ratio, and a graph. A statement. This is the easiest method of describing a map scale. It is usually written on maps as 1 cm to 10 km or 1 inch to 50 miles. The value on the left-hand side of the statement always indicates the map distance. Okay. Now ratio. In this method, the map scale is expressed as a numeric ratio. The numerator represents the map distance and it is always expressed as a unity. The denominator represents the corresponding ground distance. That is, 1 unit on the map is equivalent to the number of units on the ground. It is also known as ratio scale or representative fraction, that is RF. Friend, representative fraction equal to distance on the map by distance on the ground. A map with a representative fraction can be universally used. Statement in any system of measurement can be easily calculated and plotted. For example, a scale of 1 to 100,000 can be written as 1 cm to 100,000 cm, or 1 cm to 100,000 by 100,000 km, or 1 cm to 1 km. Another example, a scale of 1 to 100,000 can be written as 1 inch to 100,000 inches, or 1 inch to 100,000 by 63,360 miles, or 1 inch to 1.58 miles. Friend, in RF conversion, both sides are expressed in the same units. The denominator of the RF should be rounded off. Both the numerator and the denominator are expressed in the same unit of measurement, and therefore it is a dimensionless fraction. Now, graph. In these methods, scale is represented by means of a linear graph. It consists of a straight line divided into a number of equal parts, primary and secondary, which are marked to show what these divisions represent on the actual ground. It is easy to convert verbal statement and representative fraction into a linear scale. A linear scale is easily used to measure distance on a map. Friend, some conversion. A statement to representative fraction for you. Remember, friend, to convert a statement to representative fraction, step 1 is convert into cm. Step 2, apply the formula. RF equal to map distance by ground distance. Our example, Number 1. Convert 2.5 cm to 5 km into representative fraction. Step 1. Convert km into cm. 1 km equal to 100,000 cm. 5 km equal to 100,000 into 5 cm. Step 2. RF equal to map distance in cm by ground distance in cm. RF equal to 2.5 by 5 into 100,000 equal to 1 by 200,000. Answer is RF is 1 to 200,000. Okay. Next example. Convert 1 cm equal to 220 meter into representative fraction. Step 1. Convert meter into cm. 1 meter equal to 100 cm. 220 meter equal to 100 into 220 cm. Step 2. RF equal to map distance in cm by ground distance in cm. So, RF equal to 1 by 100 into 220 equal to 1 by 220,000. Answer is RF is 1 to 220,000. Clear? Now, to convert representative fraction into a verbal statement. Remember, when a scale is expressed as a RF, the same units are used. Now, first example, 1 to 50,000 as a simple statement. Step 1. Use the metric system to read the scale. The scale is 1 cm equal to 50,000 cm. Step 2. Express 50,000 cm in km. 1 cm equal to 1 by 100,000 km. 50,000 cm equal to 50,000 by 100,000 km equal to 5 by 10 or 0.5 km. Answer is the scale is 1 cm to 0.5 km or 2 cm to 1 km. Next example, the RF of a map is 1 to 63,360. Express it in a simple statement using the metric system. Step 1. Use the same unit to read both sides. 1 cm equal to 63,360 cm. Step 2 is express 63,360 cm in km. 1 cm equal to 1 by 100,000 km. 63,360 cm equal to 63,360 by 100,000 km equal to 6,336 by 10,000 or 0.6336 km. So answer is the scale is 1 cm to 0.6 km or 2 cm to 1.2 km. Now, how to draw a linear scale? Friend, first example, represent 1 to 50,000 by linear scale and mark a distance 5 km on the scale line. Okay, step 1 is 1 cm on the map represents 50,000 cm on the ground or 50,000 by 100,000 km or 0.5 km or 2 cm equal to 1 km. Step 2. Since 2 cm represents 1 km, the length of the linear scale needed to show 5 km will be 5 into 2 or 10 cm. Step 3. Draw a line of 10 cm length and mark the line at 1 cm intervals and write the corresponding km distance as shown at present on your screen. Next example. Represent 4 cm to 5 km by a linear scale and mark a distance of 6 km on the scale line. Step 1 is 4 cm on the map represents 5 km on the ground. 1 cm represents 5 by 4 km on the ground, or 1 cm represents 1.25 km. Step 2. Since 1 cm represents 1.25 km, the length of the linear scale needed to show 6 km will be 6 into 1.25 or 7.5 cm. Since 7.5 is not a whole number, round it off to 8 cm. Okay. Now, third step. Draw a line of 8 cm length and mark the line at 1 cm intervals and write the corresponding km distance as shown at present on your screen. Friend, today, bye-bye.